Yo, what is up guys? Today we are going to be doing episode number 3 of Ask Nade. You guys have submitted questions using the hashtag AskNade on Twitter, and I am going to be answering them for you here today. Alright, this next question is such a good one. It's so perfect. So Jake MC99 wanted to know, Nadeshot, if you had to choose one teammate from OG to be on a desert island, who would it be? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Scump and I were on an island alone together, we would probably be dead in 10 hours because 1, I don't know how to survive in an island, and 2, Scump would be sitting there the entire time for 10 hours straight asking me how are we going to get off this island, how are we going to survive, and he and I would get into the biggest argument and we would probably just end up drowning at sea. Like 100%, not even a question, we would be dead in the first day. Fact. Formal and I got stuck on the island alone together. To be honest with you, we probably wouldn't get anything done and we would end up sitting there listening to Drake in the weekend, crying about our ex-girlfriends and just draking the entire time. And eventually we would probably just realize that we're not gonna make it off the island and just be all right with it and just, you know, just go out like men, just hanging out, having a good time, listening to some good music. Now, if I'm stuck on an island with Crim6, within the first hour, I'm dead. 100,000,000%, because I'll tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna get stuck on the island, an hour's gonna go by, and Crim6 is literally just not gonna be saying a word to me, just staring into space, just like this. And at that point, he's already made the executive decision to kill me. I'm getting executed without a doubt. And he is gonna use my body, ration it off for food. He's gonna become a cannibal. And he's gonna make it off the island. And he's not gonna have any remorse that he just slayed me out and used me to survive. I don't want to be stuck on an island with Crim6. And that is why I came to the conclusion that I would 100% welcome the idea of being stuck on an island with Optic Hex, because this dude lives for moments like this. We went on a 6-hour road trip to Columbus, Ohio, and he, in the van, had a health kit with food rations just in case we got snowed in. He watches Survivor Man and literally any Survivor show that you can think about. I remember back when the Object House didn't exist, I would go over to his office and he'd literally just be sitting there watching Survivor shows. Like, I kid you not. We would 100% make it off the island and we would have an amazing time doing it. He'd be cracking jokes the entire time. I'd just be sitting back, just waiting to be saved as Hex did all the work, and it would be a cakewalk. So Hector, for sure, that's who I'm staying on the island with. Our first question is coming from TrixPlay, and he said, Nadeshot, have you ever been pulled over by a cop? And I've actually been pulled over twice. One of them, I was going too fast through a tollway. I wasn't going fast enough where he gave me a ticket. I just got off with a warning. And then the next time, I was actually babysitting my uncle's cats at his house, and I was finally going home from the weekend that I spent there. And his street is on sort of an incline, so when you're trying to get to the major road, you have to turn left and then get onto the highway. But the stop sign, like I said, is on an incline. So I sat behind the stop sign for a good 20 seconds, and finally traffic alleviated, so I pulled up a little further, checked both ways, pulled out left, went onto the highway. I get pulled over about 5 seconds later, and this was actually the first time I got pulled over, so I was a little nervous. And my parents always told me that don't be a smart ass, give him the answers that he wants. He asked me why I think he pulled me over. I told him I really wasn't sure because I hadn't done anything wrong, and he said I blew through the stop sign, which was completely false. My parents still don't believe me to this day, but I had to go to court. They gave me community service. I rather would have just paid the ticket because I missed work and I missed school, and I got to go work in an animal shelter. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get to help feed the pets, groom the pets. I love dogs, cats. And so I was really excited about it. And actually, if you go in there for court order, they make you clean out the kennels for the dogs. So for 20 hours, 3 days in a row, I was literally just spraying poop and pee out of this dog's cages, and it's in a gigantic like warehouse, so it smelled absolutely awful. A terrible experience. I felt bad for all the dogs that had lived through those kinds of conditions. That's why I suggest that if you guys ever try to get a pet, please adopt them from an animal shelter. So I give props to anybody that works at the shelters as volunteers. Our next question is coming from Waldo, and he wanted to know, Nadeshot, what is your favorite anime? And to be honest with you guys, I haven't been able to watch as much anime as I really want to. I've really been only watching the basics. I was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z growing up. I love Naruto. I love Naruto Shippuden. I've been watching One Piece. I've gotten a lot of suggestions that I should be watching Attack on the Titan. I don't believe, it's either Attack on Titan or something like that. Bleach is always another major one that everybody says they've watched, but there's a lot of other animes that I really haven't had the time to really dive into, and I want to when I have more time. But Naruto Shippuden is by far my favorite. I know it's a little more mainstream, but I absolutely love it. I'm so sad that the manga is finally over. They're coming out with another mini-series later on this year, but Naruto Shippuden, absolutely love it. It's been my life, and I wish there was more. Our next question is actually coming from Z Chukster, and he wanted to know, Nadeshot, what were your hobbies before Call of Duty? And I have something for you guys that I was gonna save for a special video, but I'm just gonna show you guys now. So originally, before I played Call of Duty, I was very, very addicted to Pokemon, whatever you want to call it. I play the games, I watch TV, and I actually collected all the cards. I literally have binders and binders full of all of the rare cards. I actually gave these to my cousins a while back, so my cards are actually not organized. I haven't had these for like literally like 8 to 10 years. But I have, you know, like all the holographics, like the original Pokemon, Venusaur, Blastoise, Ninetales. I even have the Japanese, like the Japanese cards. Like I have a Japanese holographic Charizard, all that, guys. I literally went so hard in Pokemon. And these binders have pages and pages and pages of cards. And every single slot has like 10 cards behind it. So literally, like, this is all I did as a kid. I'd bring my my cards to school, all that, and like it doesn't stop here. I have a completely other binder full of them. Like this is all I did, guys, was Pokemon. This was my life, and it is what I loved to do back in the day, and that was my hobby. All right, our next question is coming from Meep TBG. He wanted to know, Nadeshot, if you have one, what was your favorite Disney Channel show ever? I was not a Disney Channel kid. I was actually somebody who watched Nickelodeon. I grew up on Rocket Power, Angry Beavers, Hey Arnold, Rugrats. I'm sure I'm missing so many. Real Monsters. I never watched Disney though. I never watched Cartoon Network unless it was Toonami for Dragon Ball Z, but I was always a Nickelodeon kid. I'm missing so many shows that I used to watch in the past. Doug. But the only other show that I watched that wasn't on Nickelodeon when I was a kid was Arthur, and I believe that was on PBS. And that's it. Never watched Disney. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed episode number 3 of Ask Nade. I'm definitely gonna be doing more of these, so if you have any questions for me that were not answered in this video, make sure you use the hashtag AskNade on Twitter. Let me know what you guys want, and I will try and give that for you. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Smack that like button for me, guys, if you can, and have a wonderful day. YouTube, we'll see you fudging later.